Okay guys, we're back this week taking a break from bodybuilding and we're going back to the basics here for myself, some calisthenics. Not something I'm overly familiar with. I started doing it a few years ago when I became incarcerated for a few years and didn't have access to free weights. So this is kind of how I maintained and also built my physique, just doing strictly body weight exercises. I got a few of my buddies here tonight who are a little more advanced. You guys want to introduce yourself?
Absolutely, yes. My name is Red One. I've been doing calisthenics for like 7 years now, and it's been very good. And yeah.
All right. Hey, my name is Dixon. I go by TKO Diddy Kong on Instagram. I've been doing calisthenics for like 4 years now. So intermediate.
When I first got to Vancouver, I seen these guys doing it. It gave me a little more inspiration because they're pretty advanced, and you know, it kind of gave me something to strive to. Obviously, you can tell I got a bit more body mass on these guys, so everything for me is a bit more of a struggle. So I'm going to be trying to keep up to these guys today. I'll be doing some regressions. They'll be doing some progressions of some of the basic calisthenics exercises. We're going to start off with levers, front and back lever. Then we're going to switch to muscle ups, a couple different variations of that. Then we're going to switch to a couple ring exercises. And then also we got the planche push-up and some handstands slash handstand variations, and that'll about wrap things up. We might do a couple pistol squats or something for the legs at the end, but primarily upper body stuff tonight.
All right, let's do it.
Let's see what we got.
Let's go.
All right, we're gonna get right into the ninja moves here with the back lever. He's gonna start things off, and he's gonna show you the proper way to do the back lever. This requires a lot of shoulder stability and strength and core strength, so not so much lower body, just upper body strength and stability. Just holding himself like that requires a shitload of strength.
Boom.
Okay, we're going to do a regression here of the back lever, which is an extending both legs out. Dixon is going to do either one leg at a time, and this is basically one step away from doing what Red One was doing with having both legs extended. Oh. Nice. Okay, this other variation is going to be with the rings. This is kind of what I'm doing because I lack the ability to really get my legs and core up in the tight and around the bar. So the rings, you got a lot more freedom basically to just kind of flip yourself around. But the hanging is where we're going to struggle a bit. I got my elbow wrapped up tonight because I'm experiencing some tendonitis from doing this exercise last week, so we'll hope I don't tear anything in half and see how it goes. Where the back lever requires a lot of shoulder stability and strength in your pecs basically to support yourself, we're going to do a front lever now, which is going to shift primarily the bulk of the work to the back. So this is basically similar to doing something along the lines of a straight arm pull down, just with your body weight. So again, it's very technical, but Red One's just going to make it look super easy, so let's take a look. Like he's hovering in air. Damn. Okay, just like that, just that easy. Dixon.
You're next.
You're up. Dixon's up. He's just gonna do what Red One just performed, but a little quicker. And the hold. It's easy to get yourself up there, but to hold your body weight and walk down like you're just hovering like a ninja is impressive. Okay, now we'll see if 250 pounds can do it. Oh, barely. Okay. All right, next we're moving on to my favorite calisthenics exercise, the muscle up. So this one requires a lot of upper body power. So it's a great exercise for building your back. And there's a few different progressions and regressions. I'm going to start off with the most basic regression that almost anybody can do once you're able to pull up your body weight and do a basic pull-up. You just add the band, and this is kind of where the starting point is for the muscle up. So the band's just gonna give you the ability to propel yourself up until you can have the upper body strength to whip yourself up. There's strict, and then there's a kipping muscle up. We're gonna do a few different variations to show you a few of the options you have. Okay, Red One's gonna start off with some nice strict muscle ups. He makes it look super easy. What you guys need to take into consideration here is that for me personally, it took a few years of just hanging from a bar and getting to the point where I could do pull-ups, even one, to pulling up with extra body weight. The basic saving grace for this exercise is splitting it into the L-sits, high pulls, and then dips. And if you collaborate them all into one movement, you get the muscle up. And usually that requires resistance bands to get to that point. So if you plan on doing calisthenics, grab a set of resistance bands until you're able to master your body weight, at which point, hopefully, you'll look something like this.
Okay, ready?
Yep. Nicely done. Okay, he made that look super easy, and now we're going to kick it up a notch to this is more advanced progression where you're implementing plyometrics. So Dixon's not only going to do a muscle up, but he's going to attempt to give a clap when he gets up there, and we'll see how that goes. Just that easy. When a regular muscle up is not enough, yeah, just start jumping and clapping, right? Just like an advanced clapping push-up, except you're hanging from a bar, making it look easy too. I'm gonna stick to more of a basic muscle up with a little bit of kipping, because a bit of a fat ass right now, and it ain't easy to get this much weight up over the bar. So I'm gonna keep it basic with mine and just see how many reps I can get. Not too bad, I guess. When regular muscle ups become too easy, then we're gonna switch up the hand position. We're gonna go for some close grip, which is super hard, and then switch grip. So one arm's gonna be in a pull-up position, the other end basically supinated and pronated grip. So also more technical and just a lot harder to get yourself up. Let's see what you can do.
Let's do it.
Easy. Little trade secret is this little white stuff here, the chalk. The more technical you get, and especially these powder coated bars are shit and hard to hold on to. They cut your hands. So we're gonna get chalked up for the next set. Dixon's gonna do a chin up grip muscle up. So both hands are gonna be supinated. Also just a lot harder to get yourself up there. But you're gonna make it look easy, right? All right, let's see what you got. Whoa. Damn. Oof. Just that easy. And I'm going to stick to just a pronated grip, regular but close-handed. So the thing is with this one, it's pretty easy to kind of carry yourself over, and in this case smash your face off the bar. So we'll try and avoid doing that. Epic fail, but an attempt. When the regular muscle up's just not enough, you can switch it up to the rings. The rings, you can pretty much do any exercise, calisthenic wise, dips, skin the cat, muscle ups, levers, whatever. It just requires you to master the false grip, which I have not even closely come to mastering, but he has, of course. So he's going to demonstrate the ring muscle up. Okay?
Yep.
Whoa. It's just that easy.
And
Whoa.
that's it.
Okay, right on. What I'm able to do with these rings is not really up to par with what he's doing. I just stick to these rotational rotations basically, just to kind of strengthen my shoulder joints, and this is kind of how I'm able to get away with some of these heavier bodyweight exercises, and then also it transfers over into bodybuilding and other strength training. There is a lot of exercises where you're going to be able to strengthen your shoulders, like calisthenics do, especially the shoulders, or sorry, handstands, and any of these ring exercises. So also for bodybuilding, I find shrugs, heavy shrugs, really compress my spine and give me a lot of lower back pain. So this is the body weight movement alternative I do with the rings. Basically just shrugging my body weight. A few sets of those will get your blood pumping. and also do a lot of work at strengthening your structural stability in your shoulders. Dixon? All right. Dixon's gonna do a slight regression of the muscle up from the rings, just involving a little bit of jump to get himself up there, and then he's gonna bust into some dips. All right? This is a good regression to get yourself used to getting yourself up over the rings. Once you have that false grip figured out, just that easy. Oh, nice. Okay. Dips are one of my go-to exercises. Back in the prison yard, we had basically a chin-up bar and a dip bar. So any exercise that we put together basically incorporated that one piece of equipment. This just gets it a little more technical with the rings. So this is just your basic dip from the ring position. The hard part, basically just getting yourself up. All right. Last of all, we're gonna have Red One get into some more technical ring exercises. Primarily, it's known as the iron cross, which requires a crazy amount of stability in the shoulders and core, way beyond anything I'm capable of doing. But let's see if he can pull it off. Boom.
They be stunning now. They don't see the bigger picture, we be cutting now. All I'm saying is the man that I'm becoming. He gon' take the new edition and they twist it like plumbing now. Yeah, I'm out here washing all these clothes. Yeah, and they be
got it. Woo. Damn.
That was tough. That was alright.
That, do not try that at home. You will detach both of your arms from your sockets.
That is 100% true.
That would look wicked. You want to get big, tough shoulders? This is personally what it worked for me. After having numerous shoulder injuries and detaching all sorts of muscles back up in my shoulders, rotator cuff muscles with some stability exercises and a lot of handstands is kind of how I build my shoulders up to the point where now they're the few joints that don't actually give me any grief. We're going to start off with just a basic handstand and go through a few progressions. All right, Dixon's going to start off with just the most basic handstand up against the wall. He's going to use the parallettes, another go-to for calisthenics, and I also guess gymnastics. Boom. Not even touching the wall. Oh, a little bit. This comes to a lot of balance. A lot of practice. Boom. All right. Let's see if I can do this. It's been a minute. From the handstand, lower yourself into some push-ups. Heavy. Red One, why don't you show us how it's really done? And then there's those of us who go beyond the wall and no longer require balance. And Red One's going to show us the more advanced way to get yourself up into a handstand and just maintain it. As you can see, there is no strings. holding him to the roof. That is just talent and strength. Just that easy. Alright, the good thing is about calisthenics, you need nothing other than your body weight, and there's always a few tools you can have. If you don't have dip bars, you can get a little set of parallettes like this. Use these for L-sits, handstands, a few different variations of exercises. Red one's going to take us from an L-sit up and above into a handstand. Boom. Damn. And if you want, you can go down and kiss the floor. Me, I would just smash my face into it. Not this guy. Nice. Alright, for those of you trying to figure out how to get up into a handstand, DM me. There's a lot of regressions. I usually start off with basically a shoulder press from your hands, progressing into a headstand, progressing into a shoulder stand, progressing into the handstand. If you have a hard time flipping yourself up, you can do what Dixon's going to do and basically head her up backwards, up against the wall, which in on its own is a good exercise and requires a lot of good core strength. He's going to show us how that looks. Basically shoulder pressing his entire body weight. Very impressive. As you can tell, it's not that easy because his arms are jacked. Boom. For the purpose of showing you the progressions, this is how I basically teach people to get into the handstand. I'm going to start with a pike push-up. That's going to work on you, getting your body closer to mastering having the bulk of its weight on your shoulders. And then I'm going to go into the headstand. As you can tell, I'm hairless and don't want to gouge my head, so this is what the towel is for. And then we're going to go into shoulder stand, and then finally shoulder hand up into the handstand, and then a few push-ups if I'm able to pull those off. It's been a while since I've done them. So, starting off with the pike, hands about shoulder width. Step up into your body weight and just shoulder press your weight. Boom. From there, I'm going to go into the headstand. For this one, try and get as close to the wall as I can. Elbows about 6 inches in front of your knees. Interlock your hands. Grab the back of your head. Cradle it in your hands. And you're going to flip up against the wall and get to the point where you can balance on your arms and head. Once you can hold yourself up for 15-20 seconds at a time, you can transition into the handstand or the shoulder stand.